Hi, my name's Ben and we're back with another episode uncovering what makes South Canterbury not just an amazing place to visit, but an incredible place to live, work and build a business. So let's find out what makes this place so special.
From thriving local businesses to hidden community gems, I'm sitting down with the people who make this region tick. Entrepreneurs, creatives, and everyday legends who call South Canterbury home.
Today we're speaking with Vidya, who's the Technical and Quality Manager at Juice Products New Zealand. Vidya, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. We're sitting out here in a field full of carrots, which I've never done in an interview before, so thank you for taking me out to the field. It's really, really cool. I think to start the interview, the best thing to do would be to hear a little bit about your personal background.
Sure. So I am from South India, from a state called Andhra Pradesh, and born in a small town, Kavali. And from there we moved to a bigger city where I had my education, and then I did my bachelor's in agriculture. From there I moved on to the US. This was in 2001, right after the 9/11 attacks.
Oh, wow.
And I studied my master's in food science out there. And I had worked there a few years too. Then I decided to move to India during the time of I would say, the depression, wherein we had the housing crisis, etc. And I started working in India from there on. After a while, I had certain personal issues in that time, and it was time for me to make a change. I made a conscious choice at that time to be coming to New Zealand for my studies. I came to Dunedin at that time for a PhD in food science with Dr. Phil Bremer. And from there on, I think everything else is history. You can say that laid my life through. It was a second chance at life in New Zealand. I chose New Zealand because of the way of life. I would say it is among the countries which has a lot of equity and equality. So when I was trying to make a change to come to a different place, this was the right place for me. And I firmly believe that, like about 12, 13 years now, I've been in New Zealand, and 9 of which are here in Timaru with JPNZ.
So you come to New Zealand to do this study, and now you're working for Juice Products New Zealand. So what was that journey? How did you come into having a role there?
So right after I have finished my PhD, I looked for jobs. I could do that even in academia or in the industry, and my preference was in the industry. So the right opening came up. My background during my work in US and in India was in quality assurance and quality control, although my studies were in research and development. When I saw the opportunity here, it was an opportunity with both research and development to an extent, and the quality control and quality assurance, which I had a good background of. So I applied for the job, and this is a story to tell, because I got the job even before I reached home. So I did my interview, and we started our way back to Dunedin. By the time I reached Dunedin, the work offer was in my mail. So that's quite assuring that they had a confidence in me, and that was the beginning.
Yeah.
It was also a stage in JPNZ's journey in moving from an entrepreneurial but not very much quality systems focused at that time. However, with that role that I was being employed for was for being a quality systems specialist / manager. And we established systems that could get us SQF certification. We got there, which makes us one of those organizations which are recognized by Global Food Safety Initiative and makes us competitive in the world market. So that was my start with JPNZ.
Speaking of the worldwide market,
Yes.
you shared a story earlier about the first contract that Juice Products New Zealand was formed upon. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
So this is again, some of it is anecdotal. So what I know is there were two entrepreneurs who were from Timaru, and they started this company together as Timaru Concentrators Limited, which was in Grey Road, and which was then moved to Washdyke based on a contract that they got from a Japanese customer. This customer is their market share is so high. So with them, they hedged all their bets on it and built a plant. And it started off with very few employees, actually less than 20 when they started. And to be honest, even after this many years, we are a total of 48 full-time employees. And that is the way we have progressed. So we have made our mark as a small and medium business, which got the attention of Sumitomo when they purchased us from our founders, I suppose.
Yeah. So obviously, since we're sitting in a field of carrots, I should mention carrots.
Yes.
So the predominant product that Juice Products New Zealand makes is relating to carrots.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a bit about that and the other products that you guys make?
I would say we are a very unique company in that sense, and we are rated as one of the biggest in the world for carrot juice concentrate production. We are the, I would say, number one in Australasia. So there is no one who makes as much volume, and I wouldn't be too far out to say we process approximately 60% of the carrot crop in New Zealand. So that is a news for quite a few people. In fact, I met Kieran Reid recently in Chamber of Commerce work too, and he wasn't aware that exists. And it's not just one person, but it is a really something that is unique for us here. And that unique proposition is because of the partnership we have with the growers here. They actually stood by us from the beginning, and right now it is a thriving partnership. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess that's a testament to there's so many businesses around South Canterbury that are on a worldwide scale, are massive producers for, you know, both New Zealand and the world. But a lot of them just go about their business quietly and people don't hear about them. So
Yes.
I guess that's why I'm so thankful that you're doing this interview with me and, with the Chamber. Like it's cool to be able to hear a little bit about your story and also the story of Juice Products New Zealand. So a little bit about you. Obviously you've had a big journey, coming from India and then going to America and then eventually ending up in New Zealand.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about maybe the values that have formed in your life throughout your lifetime that have helped you be successful in your role today?
I would say one thing that I've realized over time, that there is no strength like knowing the truth about yourself. And being yourself is the best you can do. The other thing is there is nothing in this world that is more valuable than your integrity. So if you follow by that, or if I follow by that, I find that to be the best way for me.
What do you think are some of the lessons that you've learned that would be helpful for other people to know?
I would say qualifications are not a guarantee of knowledge. And
Interesting that you've got a doctorate and you say that.
I think I can say that.
Yeah.
The other thing is people can learn through life. And I have seen many people who are very knowledgeable and who are passionate about what they do. And that makes the difference. I think that is the way I would suggest for anyone who's looking into this. Yeah.
So do you want to talk a little bit about where Juice Products New Zealand's products are shipped to now?
Okay. So about 85% of them go to Japan. And the rest of the markets are in Southeast Asia, in US, in Australia, And we are also building markets in China, Middle East, and perhaps in India, now that we have a free trade agreement signed up.
Yeah.
So perhaps.
That's cool.
So-
And obviously in the New Zealand market as well, you do some collaboration around, we saw some product earlier, but do you want to talk about the collaborations that you've got around here?
Right now, we've tried to collaborate with Barkus. This is a contract manufacturing job for us. We would like to see what can be done in the healthy product sphere. And the product that Barkus have launched right now is using the apples from here in Canterbury and the beetroot and purple carrot juice from us. So that is a local product for everybody here. It's available in Barker's stores right now, and we've shared it with our staff. It is actually made in cooperation and collaboration with them. They were the first tasters and telling us what works, what doesn't, what they liked and didn't. So we gave that information over to Barker's, and they developed it to a product that's on their shelf.
That's really cool. Now, I just got to stop you for 1 second. Did you say purple carrots?
Yes.
So do you want to talk about purple carrots or different colored carrots? What's that about?
So this is interesting. Actually, the original carrots were purple.
Oh,
Yes. And they were bred to be orange in Holland. And that's what we know today. So today, if you say purple carrots, that sounds different.
yeah.
However, that's how they originated. And the colors of the carrots have unique properties, as in they are due to the type of pigments that are there in them. So for instance, your purple carrots have anthocyanins, which is also a health compound. In yellow, you have lutein, that's also healthy for your eyes. And orange, has beta carotene, and that's also healthy for your eyes. Actually, it's one of the topmost vegetables grown in the world. So carrot amounts to one of them in the top 5, I believe.
Yeah. And so you use all of these different colored carrots in your
Yes,
products?
yeah.
That's so interesting.
And we are able to supply these as bulk ingredients to the juice manufacturers all over the world. So they use it to blend it with other juices, fruit juices and vegetable juices alike. Especially in Japan, it is very, very common. And actually, the 5-a-day, they would like to get it all in one carton. And this is one of the ways they are able to achieve it. So the carrot juice from us is actually added to those juice blends that go into the cartons for our major customer. So
Wow. That's such an interesting fact, right? Like, I guess in a regular supermarket, usually you just see orange carrots, and it's interesting to not just hear that they're different colors, but also that each color has a different property or a health benefit, right?
Yes.
So maybe I should start buying some different colored carrots when I'm, cooking up my salads.
promote the business here, yes?
Yeah, definitely. So South Canterbury is a region.
Yeah.
Obviously you've settled here. You've been here for 9 years now working for Juice Products New Zealand. What is it about South Canterbury that you like?
I have lived in other places like in US and in India. I would say when I look at either of them, they are very fast-paced in their own way. I like the slow pace of South Canterbury, and it gives time to breathe and actually connect to yourself and do what you are wanting to do in life. There is plenty of opportunities, and the hospitality is certainly one of the best that I've seen. In fact, that I can quote as you can see the difference as you walk in the airports into New Zealand. So the South Island hospitality is here as well. And when I joined here in JPNZ as a small company, the camaraderie I had with my colleagues is what actually made me stay. And they were the gateway to the way people are here in Timaru and the South Canterbury. And if you ask me now, you'd have to give me a really, really great option. This is, to me, that option. To top that, you would have to come up with something extraordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear, eh? And
Yeah.
definitely, I totally agree. Like the way of life here, it's easy to do well here because
Yeah.
you're right. People are friendly and people, do have time to just
Yeah.
breathe and enjoy life and
Yeah.
but also get ahead. What have some of the challenges been in your life to date?
Interesting question. I would say every move in my life had been interesting and at the same time challenging. So when we moved in India from a small town to a bigger city, that had its own challenges. But when I moved to the US, it was the first time I got into a plane ever in my life. So basically, the whole way through the 36 hours or 24 to 36 hours of my journey, I was so excited and nervous all at once. So I couldn't make it through. Each time when such discomfort came into my life with a challenge, it also expanded myself as a person, and it challenged my thinking and made it necessary for me to grow and move forward. I think that is no different anywhere you go. It may be small, big. It's just a matter of perspective. And when I came here to New Zealand, it was mainly I was coming from a situation personally which was quite saddening for me, and I built my life back. So it was a new start. The environment that I had in my university, the support from my supervisors slash professors, the kind of people that I had around me during the time of PhD, they actually became a second family, and that support is invaluable. So from there, I came over to JPNZ for a job, and right now I would say the same. So I've got a bunch of incredible individuals who work with me and from whom I learn and meet the challenges as a team. As in, what we face as JPNZ is more or less like we are facing together. It has a community feel, a small town feel, plus us being a small to medium business. I know everybody in my company. I meet them almost every day. If I move a couple of paces, I get greeted, and same with them, I guess. That has meant a lot to me.
And how about some of the wins? What are some of the wins that you've had in your life?
So, all the type of education that I've been able to get was after a struggle. So, if I needed to go to the US, it meant a lot of financial struggle to get there, plus get over the thinking from my parents and get support that this is the better thing, a better choice for my life. And I was able to do that, and I come here, and especially after I have come to New Zealand, it's not just getting a degree. The PhD has paved my way as it brought together a lot of elements from my background together. So in this job, I currently sit with a bachelor's in agriculture, master's in food science, and a PhD in food science, yes. But all this is what we do. So as you see, there's carrot field all around. So my agriculture background does help me understand my colleagues' difficulties and quality issues, etc. The food science helps me understand the processing, and my microbiology background helps me get a grip of what happens in the labs and external testing. The research background has actually helped to develop products and to work towards utilizing our waste stream into a value-added product. I believe so far the journey towards commercializing it is one of my biggest wins in my career so far. And actually, for my background, from where I come, and for what I have gone through, even sitting here and having a beautiful life for me in New Zealand is a win in itself.
Speaking of a beautiful life in New Zealand, what would you say to someone that's thinking of moving here to South Canterbury?
I would say go for it. Come here. we like to have new people here, new opportunities, and new thinking. So the more diverse the kind of people that are in this ecosystem, we have that much more power to be resilient, to be able to grow, find new ways. So, thank you.
Well, hey, look, we're nearing the end of our interview, but to finish, I've got two final questions for you. The first is, what benefits have you had, or Juice Products New Zealand has had, being part of the South Canterbury Chamber of Commerce?
We work with South Canterbury Chamber of Commerce a lot because we work with import-export kind of a situation. We are exporting quite a bit, and the South Canterbury Chamber of Commerce helps us quite a lot in that part. And being part of the environment, we have been able to be put in touch with different manufacturers around sometimes, and to get the benefit of the different programs they have. So recently I have been part of their leadership development programs or leadership development speaker series. I enjoyed it quite a bit. They try to provide us like a bite-sized way of presenting a person's experience in life. That was awesome. Aside of that, I think we have actually participated in the Business Excellence Awards. The participation included like where you have to look in as a company and you see your strengths, your weaknesses, and what you want to do and how you want your journey to be. So in doing so, we have benefited quite a bit as a JPNZ as well. So,
My final question is this. What is one piece of advice that you wish someone had given you when you first started out in your leadership journey?
I would say it's okay to be wrong, and progress, not perfection. So if I realized that early on, I think I would have had better, but I realized it, so that's good.
That's good. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Really appreciate this interview. And yeah, appreciate you taking me out to this field of carrots.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right.